Power has been with you all along. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Trey Michael, and this is another segment of Applied Consciousness. You guys and ladies, I know it's been a while since I've been back on these films, trying to dive into myself to find out where am I standing at in this reality right now. You guys, I know that it's hard times for the mass majority of the population. Suicide rates are skyrocketing high. People are worried, are they gonna lose their businesses? Now, I know a lot of people are probably saying, I don't know, should I go left, should I go right? What to do? But I'm here to tell you on this segment that hard times create the strong man and woman that you are going to become. On this segment, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of my story that I've never told before. How my hard times and my obstacles shaped me to be prepared for this time right now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's dive deep, I mean deep, into this topic today. At 17 years old, I was arrested and charged with armed robbery. I did things that placed me into bad situations. People right now are under quarantine. I understand what that feels like. I know what it feels like when the COs call count time in a level 4 penitentiary at the age of 19. I know what being incarcerated feels like, to be locked down, not knowing when you're going to be able to get out. Do you finish the entire sentence? I did 2.5 years in a level 4 prison. And I do not regret the punishment that I received. I don't regret those hard times, watching men be shanked, watching things that it shouldn't even be spoke about. I've been in situations outside of the prisons where I watched friends die. I watched the bodies grow cold. I've had a friend of mine that when we were sitting at my friend's house, and if you I don't want to say his name to put his information out, you remember this. When our female friend walked out of the home but never made it back in, she actually got shot in the head downstairs from the apartment. She was going to the store across the street to grab a soda. I remember watching her in that hospital bed the day before she passed, and her head was swollen the size of a watermelon with blood coming from her eyes in an intensive care unit. I've experienced miserable things. At the age of 26, I had me and my family gang stalked because of a lawsuit that I had against a company called Pepsi. And to me at that present moment, I thought that that was the worst thing that ever happened to me in my existence. To have no one believe what's happening to you. Now I know a lot of people have perhaps had worse experiences than I've had. But what I'm here to tell you is the other side of the coin. What we are experiencing right now is the ability to become alchemists. What is an alchemist, you may ask? It's an individual who needs the negativity of the world to add his positivity to be able to create from that energy. See, right now, everyone is having to question their reality. Today in Savannah, there's 700 layoffs at Gulfstream Aerospace. That's 700 people who were perceiving that their job was secured, their career path was secured. There's thousands upon thousands, maybe even millions of small business owners that do not know if another week goes by, whether or not they'll have to file bankruptcy for their business. There are some of you from the 72,000 people who have died from COVID-19, who were family members, friends, fathers, sons, and daughters of those people who have passed away. You guys, this planet, this experiment called duality, it's never easy. But instead of me talking to you about that side of the coin, let me tell you a little story. When I was 18 years old in prison, 19 in prison, my mother sent me a book. The book was called Hind Feet in High Places. And I know I could go on and on about the book, but I want to give you the gist of the book. Now this is the part that I want you to keen into, to listen very closely to. The book was about a sheep or a goat, and it was at the bottom of the valley, and it always looked up and wanted to go to the top of the mountain. And on the way up the mountain, because the sheep wanted to follow the shepherd up the mountain, or the goat, the goat ran into things like envy, jealousy, hatred. There were other goats, and they tried to bring about pressure or negativity to him. I mean, the story goes that the goat was going up and he broke his hooves and laid on the middle of the mountain's top, screaming out for help when nothing came for him. And when it broke its hooves and the hooves healed, they were arched in a different pattern. They were arched in a different form. And when he began to start walking or climbing up the mountain, he noticed that the arch in his hooves made it more acceptable for him to clink onto that mountain. And he started going from climbing slowly to dashing up the mountain. And what he realized was that once he made it to the top, that every obstacle that came to him was in the better interest of him so that he could achieve his personal legend. See, that incarceration in that level 4 prison, that event of being gang stalked, the times that I had to hope and pray that I would be able to make that deal, those things, those obstacles, those trials, those tribulations, that fire is what purified me. So right now, what I'm saying to everyone under the sound of my voice, or the people that are watching this right now, is that you can stay on that one side of the coin where life is just miserable. Or you can try to the best of your ability to dive inside of the essence of yourself, which is your being, and realize that these things that are coming to you, these obstacles, are to make you better. See, a diamond is nothing more than coal. But see, if I had a lump of coal in my hand and a diamond, you would say that those are two different things when they are the same. See, the coal chose or was chosen to go through the immense pressure of the earth's core, crushing up against it, and the heat from the core of the earth. And after massive time, not an instant fix, not a quick thing, not an overnight scenario, after that time, that coal went through that fire and it became what you call the diamond that lives forever. You guys and ladies, I believe, I know that the universe is giving you, just like it's giving me, the opportunity to level up. That means to go from wherever you're at to the next level. But see, remember this, in order for a rocket to propel upward, it has to project downward. In order for you to know what happiness looks like, you have to first experience what sadness looks like. Do you know what makes you strive to continue to make money? Is the fact that you know what it feels like to not have it. Right now, what you're experiencing is having your world collapsing. And right at that point where you feel like all is lost, remember that that is the point that it's for you to begin to create a new world that all of us can thrive in. Create a world of love, no more hate. Take all of that wickedness and evil that we've experienced through our life, those obstacles, those hard times, those things that we wish that we never had to go through. Use that to be the fuel that propels you to the new world. Ladies and gentlemen, God or the Creator or whomever you call your higher power makes no mistakes. Even through this COVID-19, even through this pandemic, even through this hard time and obstacle, remember that the Creator that wrote the play never messes up, never made a mistake, never flawed. And there is no opposition that can come against the Creator. He is giving us an opportunity to have a clear slate, to be able to draw on an empty canvas. The question is, what will you draw? See, me and my family, we are trying to draw beauty and harmony. It's hard, it's difficult. Yes, every obstacle is difficult. But we are going to draw the beautifulest picture that the earth has ever seen. We pray and hope that you all choose to draw the same as well. Listen, you guys and ladies, as we always say, more than any time ever, you really should listen to this. Live, love, and laugh. And like we always say, namaste, namaste, namaste. Can I get a whoop whoop? Peace.